The next thing is to understand that lifestyles, I'm going to be talking about two extreme lifestyles. I've already mentioned earlier that bikini athletes, that is extreme. That's off the board, and I'm not putting it into the healthy category. Those people are either managed by coaches, managed by doctors, managed by, and I'm talking about bikini athletes as well. People who are doing it on their own are often doing it in ways that are definitely not healthy, but this is not the kind of lifestyle I am looking to promote to you. When I talk about healthy versus unhealthy, it is in the context of these elements. Let's first talk about unhealthy. When you're unhealthy, you are feeling tired, foggy, can't concentrate so nicely, generally in a more negative space, a mindset, difficult to kind of get that bounce and pep in your step. For real, I don't mean fake it till you make it. Poor sleep, you're just tired, you know that you're not sleeping well. You're stiff in your movements, getting on, sitting down on the ground, getting up off the ground, sitting on the couch, getting out of the couch, depending on, to varied degrees. It's not easy to do. Everything just feels difficult to do. Out of breath easily, upstairs, and you up a flight of stairs and you're exhausted. Run after your child for 30 seconds and you're exhausted. Aches and pains all over the place. As we get older, that happens anyway, but it doesn't have to be as bad, okay? And then poor digestion is usually a very, very huge problem when it comes to an unhealthy individual. Okay, we'll get back to that. What is this unhealthy person doing? They most likely have a poor diet, almost certainly have a poor diet. I'm not going to go into the detail of the diet. That is what you learn when you join the marathon. No exercise, little to no exercise. Limited sleep. They don't prioritize their sleep. They don't try to go to bed at a reasonable time or wake up at a reasonable time or have some rest at some stage. No downtime. Constantly working, constantly thinking, never taking even half an hour for themselves just to try to just unwind, whatever that half hour looks like, if it's on the loo, if it's in the bath, just some downtime just to collect your thoughts and remind yourself that you're worth that time. Low self-esteem, your worth, how you see yourself, how other people see you, how you believe other people see you. That is all very, very, very linked. Okay, so what does a healthy person look like? Oh, sorry. Let me just finish off one thing. Unhealthy person, very important. The outer appearance. This should be in red, actually. Underweight or overweight. Don't look at somebody who appears to be slim and assume that they are healthy. That is not always the case. I've already shown you that in those images. An unhealthy person is underweight or overweight. More specifically, an underweight person has low muscle mass, not enough fat, but the low muscle mass is a big problem. It plays a role in absolutely everything. A healthy person, the other extreme, feels energized, has a clear mind, is generally able to find their positive stride. No, they're not going to walk around singing and dancing and living the life of Larry for the rest of their days. We all have life's challenges. But stepping into a more positive mindset may be something that a healthy person finds more or less challenging. That person will hopefully feel well rested. They are able to endure or undergo functional movement. Just walking around, walking up and down a flight of stairs. Oh, the lift isn't here, go up the flight of stairs. What's the unhealthy person going to do? Stand and wait. Park 100 meters further away from the door. The unhealthy person is probably going to be looking for the closer parking to avoid that walk. No judgment, understanding it. Pain-free. Okay, that's a bit of a stretch. Very few people are pain-free, especially as we get older, but limited pain by comparison to the, when I say pain, obviously when we work ourselves, we get older, it happens, but we want to try to limit whatever pain age brings with it, okay? Shouldn't be there, actually. Okay, let me move on quickly. Good digestion. Good digestion is imperative. It's a massive thing. Somebody who is healthy and has a balanced diet generally enjoys a good digestion. What are they doing? Balanced diet. We will learn that. Harvey, sorry, excuse that. Balanced diet. Exercise. Prioritizing their sleep. Making sure they have some downtime, not necessarily every day, but enough to keep themselves feeling as though they are number one in their lives before they can help those around them. And then, of course, belief in themselves. Outer appearance, what I referred to earlier, that normal appearance. Somebody doesn't have to look like a bikini model to be healthy. Understand that there are many elements of healthy. Unfortunately, we live in a world that says what you look like is the most important because of first appearances, etc., etc., etc. So, sorry, I'm distracted. This is going to pause. Hold on a second. I'm back. Sorry. So we live in a world that says it's about how you look, and what makes me sad for all of us, we are indoctrinated about what we look like determines how we feel about ourselves. The way other people react to the way we look determines how we feel about ourselves. Now we can go into an entirely different debate, which is all around making sure that that's not the case. And I'm not saying that that's not important, and I'm not saying that's not something I try to reinforce with you. Please know that it's not always. But what I have learned is that people, unless you've had a real health scare and where you've nearly lost your life as a consequence of your lifestyle, most people are not motivated to do and eat and take care of themselves in a way that they feel good about themselves. It is always dictated, almost always dictated by how they look. Okay, so I'm going to be spending a lot of energy focusing on the outer appearance element, but it's actually and the health element, but the two will go hand in hand. Having a healthy body composition, in other words, muscle to fat ratio, is a side effect of good health. Okay, and that's what we're looking for.